Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your socks because your world is about to get rocked. That's right. It's time for a new episode of Critically Correct. Yeah. Yay! Yeah! uh, Sorry, I just got a little excited there. Hey there, YouTubers. This is Nadroig here, and I think I'm critically correct. Uh, well, as you all know, it's almost Thanksgiving. It's tomorrow, in fact, and I can't wait. And I bet you guys can't either. So I figured I'd give you a little holiday video to enjoy. Today I'm going to be talking about a pretty interesting topic. Timeless classics versus modern remakes. Yeah, this is going to be interesting indeed. So, alright, grab your popcorn, grab a comfortable seat, and I'll get started. Okay. Now, first off, I'm going to be talking about a series that I'm sure a lot of you 90s kids are familiar with. I'm talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yep, who could forget that show? Concept was so simple yet amusing. Man finds these three baby chipmunks at his doorstep, raises them, grow up to be like his sons, and they tour the world and perform concerts because he finds out they can sing. Um, yeah, who'd have thought that something as odd sounding as that would have been successful? But hey. Anyways, there was a movie made based on the series not too long ago, about, I'd say, what, like 2 or 3 years ago now? And a sequel is going to be coming out at the end of this year. Yeah, around Christmas time. Now, here's where a lot of the trouble starts with fans. They went to see this movie and, well, let me tell you, they were a little less than impressed, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't one of those people. Yeah, so anyways, this new movie starts off with the Chipmunks singing right away. Uh, Camera pans out and they're in the woods, storing acorns in their tree or whatever. And right away they're singing the song Bad Day. It sounds pretty good. And the first thing a lot of people notice is they're regular chipmunks. I mean, they're regular sized, like about yay big, I suppose. Whereas in the original series, they were about the size of, well, average 10-year-old kids their age or whatever. Yeah, this is where a lot of fans probably went, oh, crap, this is going to suck. And again, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't one of those people. But hey, I figured I'd give the movie a shot. So, movie goes on, and I'm not sure what the story's going to be about, actually, because it's been, honestly, years since I've seen the original series, and I remember that show being about a whole lot of different things. Well, this movie's about a man named Dave who lives in the suburbs, and he's trying to make it big in his job, but not really getting noticed. That is until three chipmunks uh, wind up on his doorstep, and he discovers they can sing because I guess it's raining that night, and they want shelter or something. So they do the little version of Funky Town, which was pretty entertaining. Uh, they did it for him, and he was like, "Wow, you guys can sing? Come here, all you guys. All right, stand here, right next to my piano. I want to see what you got." All right, you chipmunks, you ready to sing your song? I'll sing it. Yeah, let's sing it now. Okay, Simon. Okay. Okay, theater. Okay. How about you, Alvin? Alvin. Alvin. Alvin! Okay. Then they start singing their little, Christmas, Christmas time is here song. Yeah, that was pretty entertaining, but something just didn't quite feel right about this movie. Now, what's the thing that, really makes or breaks a great American cinema? Is it the characters? Is it the plot? Is it the cinematography? Is it the music? Is it the comedic timing? Well, actually, yeah, it's all those things. And guess what, viewers? Every single one of those things sucked in this movie. I'm sorry. The plot was just. What can I say about the plot? It's pretty much just, I don't know, an excuse to have all their classic hits visible. I can't really describe the plot. I'm trying my best here, but it's like, okay, the Chipmunks, they get famous, and then uh, Dave's boss or whatever finds out they're successful. They end up going with him, but then he ends up overworking them, like not letting them sleep and forcing them to drink coffee. But then they start getting sick and homesick and missing Dave, and Dave has to go save them, and that's pretty much it. Um, Basic, really basic. Movie could have been way better. But then again, I really couldn't go in there expecting much because I hadn't watched the series in forever. So, I don't know. Maybe there's some Alvin the Chipmunk purists out there who know a couple of things I don't. In my opinion, that movie, if I had to give it a grade out of 10, I'd probably give it like 5. 5 out of 10. It could have been so much better, but I hated how they try to modernize the Chipmunks by like making them all hip hop and ghetto with that well, if you just look at the cover, even it's got them all like in hoods, like look like gangsters, yo, with the chains around their necks, and it's like trying too hard to modernize them. But I think the reason why the movie didn't do too well is because the Chipmunks were great, but only in their own time. They were a thing of the 90s or 80s or whatever. You know, it was kind of, they were made, I think, solely just to exist in that time period. And trying to bring them up in this day and age kind of, it's going to be hard because, you know, they were a novelty in the 90s. Nowadays, it's like kind of beating a dead horse, if you will, trying to reinvigorate life into these characters. Uh, so, yeah, unfortunately, the remake didn't quite live up to the original show. But to give the filmmakers credit, it looks like they tried to make it a pretty decent movie. It's by no means terrible, it's just so average. Alright, well, join me in part 2 as I talk about another series um, you all might be familiar with. Alright.